everyone, we're back again and it's lesson 65 with A Course in Miracles and myself, Janet Melody. So are you looking forward to what we've got today? What exploratory lesson have we got going today that's going to really help get us in that wonderful place of being the love that we truly are, right? That's what we want. And that's what we've got to feel all the time. Just keep smiling, let that energy flow. It's like that. It's kind of like you've got to get into the energy of happiness and joy and release all of the ego thoughts that are going to keep you in that state of suffering and making problems and meanings. And yes, I keep banging on about this because I get banged about this from this wonderful book. So the day's lesson today that we will keep remembering is my only function is the one God gave me. And that is it. So I don't need to read anything else, right? That's it. That's all we need to know and get on with it. But no, our minds will not just accept that little phrase and go into that pure bliss state. We need to have some very detailed information to go in and help, us remember who we truly are. And so let's start reading the text today. The idea for today reaffirms your commitment to salvation. It also reminds you that you have no function other than that. Both these thoughts are obviously necessary for a total commitment. Salvation cannot be the only purpose you hold while you still cherish others. The full acceptance of salvation as your only function necessary entails two phases. One, the recognition of salvation as your function, and two, the relinquishment of all the other goals you have invented for yourself. So the recognition of your freedom as your function, you are free, and the relinquishment of all the other goals you have invented for yourself. And letting go of all the meanings and everything that we have led upon this world. They've got to go. This is the only way in which you can take your rightful place among the saviours of the world. This is the only way in which you can say and mean, my only function is the one God gave me. This is the only way in which you can find peace of mind. And that's what we all want, right? Peace of mind. Today and for a number of days to follow, set aside 10 to 15 minutes for a more sustained practice period in which you try to understand and accept what the idea for the day really means. Today's idea offers you escape from all your perceived difficulties. It places the key to the door of peace, which you have closed upon yourself, in your own hands. It gives you the answer to all the searching you have done since time began. Try, if possible, to undertake the daily extended practice period at approximately the same time each day. Try also to determine this time in advance and then adhere to it as closely as possible. The purpose of this is to arrange your day so that you have set apart the time for God, as well as for all the trivial purposes and goals you will pursue. This is part of the long-range disciplinary training your mind needs, so that the Holy Spirit can use it consistently for the purpose He shares with you. So we've got to find 10 to 15 minutes in our day now and to set it at that time if possible. So it's getting us to, we are animals in a way, and we learn by habit. So the more we do something consistently at a set day and time, the more the mind seems to really grab hold of these things. So grab the statement, give it 10 to 15 minutes on the morning is a good time, or on an evening just before you go to bed, and keep those set times for each lesson as we continue. For the longer practice period, begin by reviewing the idea for the day. Then close your eyes, repeat the idea to yourself once again, and watch your mind carefully to catch whatever thoughts cross it. At first, make no attempt to concentrate only on thoughts related to the idea for the day. Rather, try to uncover each thought that arises to interfere with it. Note each one as it comes to you, with as little involvement or concern as possible, dismissing each one by telling yourself, this thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. Okay, so we have to, on this long practice period, is grab the lesson first, say my only function is the one God gave me, and then we're asked to close our eyes and allow thoughts to come up. So we're looking for thoughts now, and then when these thoughts come up, we want to be saying, this thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. After a while, interfering thoughts will become harder to find. Try, however, to continue a minute or so longer, attempting to catch a few of the idle thoughts that escaped your attention before, but do not strain or make undue effort in doing this. Then tell yourself, on this clean slate, let my true function be written for me. So that's wonderful. Once we've got to that point where we've analysed all the thoughts and we've given the phrase, this thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. Once the slate is clear, we say, on this clean slate, let my true function be written for me. Wow, let's see how that unfolds. You need not use these exact words, but try to get the sense of being willing to have your illusions of purpose be replaced by truth. Finally, repeat the idea for today once more and devote the rest of the practice period to trying to focus on its importance to you. The relief its acceptance will bring you by resolving your conflicts once and for all, and the extent to which you really want salvation in spite of your own foolish ideas to the contrary. In the shorter practice periods, which should be undertaken at least once an hour, use this form in applying today's idea. My only function is the one God gave me. I want no other, and I have no other. So keep saying that for every hour. My only function is the one God gave me. I want no other, and I have no other. That's what I sometimes do. Try and find like something that's going to get some rhythm to keep it in your mind, because sometimes it's hard to remember these specific phrases, and I'll have to either have the book nearby, and we don't always have it, do we? So it's good to try and figure a way that's going to help you remember the phrase and keep it in there. Or you might just have a wonderful mind where you read it once and it's in there and it's with you for the day. So hats off to you if that's you. Okay, sometimes close your eyes as you practice this, and sometimes keep them open and look about you. It is what you see now that will be totally changed when you accept today's idea completely. So it's asking us again to do the open eyes and close eyes, because it's looking at your objects as well as going into your thoughts. So transcending from one to the other, so we can get into that place of understanding our true function, why we're here, and that all these other things that we keep putting so much focus and attention on first is what is causing the suffering. And I mean, it's not life. You can't just go, right, forget about it, this is my only function, I'll just forget about everything else. It's like you're living everything else, you're going about your day, but you're becoming detached from the outcomes of everything that has created so much meaning in your life. You're wanting to separate yourself from it, because we've become a part of the external world, and really we are an observer of this world. I mean, I was just today thinking, when you look at your hand, you're looking at it through the eyes, but it's like there's a presence that is looking at something separate. It's not like you are the hand, so you're not looking at the world through your hand. It's a separate thing. Same with your foot, the rest of your body. These are like parts that we're observing. And as we're observing all this stuff, it's a presence within us that is observing everything. It's really weird sometimes to wrap your head around this, but it is. It's like this energy is looking through these eyes and seeing a world. And then there's an ego mind that is creating thoughts about what it's seeing in the world and giving it meaning and judging and all these other things that cause a lot of suffering in the world that we're trying to diminish, to get rid of, so that we can just be the observer of the world from a place of peace and love, and just extend that love, because that's what we truly are. That's what we're trying to get to. I also think of when you've gone into ego mind, it's like when you see, I don't know if you've seen on a computer, when you click on something and put it onto on. It's like that, we're trying to switch it off. so that we can just be calm and present. Because when it's on, the motors are running, everything's going, and it's like power, power, power. And we're not actually, able to really just be at peace with the world. It's like we're having to push everything and get somewhere and force it. Whereas life's not meant to be like that. We're meant to live in the moment and step into life as a presence, in the every single moment time, rather than clicking the ego on and pushing at life. It's like step back, take your foot off the accelerator, and just let life cruise. And then life does really unfold beautifully like that. It unfolds because you don't know what's coming, but you could stay in an excited energy, like, I don't know what's coming, but what could be happening today? What lovely things could come about and help me today? Not well help me, but just what wonderful things could come into my life today that would make me feel love, joy, happy, and stay like excited for that kind of thing. Now, doesn't that make your day feel better when you feel like that about your day, rather than this forced, it's got to be this way, I've got to get this done, I've got to do this. It's like, okay, I've got to do this, but how can it be exciting and wonderful and fun and calm and whatever for me today to, as I cruise through this day? So stay in cruise control and have a wonderful day, and we'll be back tomorrow for another lesson with this wonderful book, A Course in Miracles. See you then, everyone. Bye.